All right, let's try this again. How is it now? Is it better? I hope this stream will be better. Tell me if my sound's good. Let me know. Who is Nico Japcat? Who's triangulating? She said they're triangulating. Who is? It's better? Oh, thank God. All right, awesome. I'm glad. Perfect. All right, so let's do this. So, all right. Sound good? Perfect. Nico Japcat, you're funny. The feds. Yeah. The feds. Yeah, Jody, actually, speaking of, Jody's been really out there lately, huh? She's been on a roll with all of the things. But this is what I want to pull up right here. So this is what I wanted to come live about today. Last night I was going through a live that I've listened to over and over and over again. And you know how I'll say to you guys, like I hear something new all the time. Well, I picked out 5 different things that completely jumped out at me. I'm not going to talk about those things on this live. That's going to be tonight. When Benny comes over here, we're going to do a live, right? So I had said that on my last stream, but I deleted that stream. So tonight I'm going to have a live stream here and it's going to be good. But there was this one part I want to share with you guys. Let's see. Chrissy M, I'm so glad. I don't know what it was. I don't know why the sound was bad before, but I'm glad it's good now. Hey, Valerie Ventura. Sounds good here. Hey, Sandra. I'm back. Jackie Goodson. Hey, Misty Dawn. Let me say hi to people. Catching up on the replay. Oh, Angel, I got your email. Thank you. And I didn't even need to do what you told me to. Love me some Benny and TM collaboration. Yeah, I know. I really like bouncing ideas off him. We have really good conversations about summer. It's kind of too bad that we didn't link up sooner. Night Stalker, good morning. It's almost afternoon here. Hey, Stone Gator. Tinky Tink, you're listening at work. Gigi's cooking lasagna. That sounds good. Ooh, I could go for some lasagna. Hear from Benny's. Well, I'm glad. Thank you, Grandma E. Your sounds good. Thank you. Annabella. Hey, Overlooking Eyes. Sarisa. Lady R. So glad you're live. Always respect for Tiffany. TM for life. Oh, you're adorable. Thank you, Lady R. Hey, Lily Rochelle. Cryptocurrency Carlos. Dazed and confused. Hey, Dazed, how did you make out with your channel, hon? I know you had, I went through the same thing that you are dealing with right now with your mods. All right, let me pull this up. This is the first presser. So this is from June 16th. And I want to know what you think. And I want to see, I'm wondering if I should maybe see if you guys notice it first and not tell you. My mods know because I wrote, but I'm going to play this and I want you to listen. It's 10 seconds, just 10 seconds. And I want you to listen to Leslie Earhart and what she says. So this was right after the Amber Alert went out. And specific wording that really popped right up last night. And I'm like, how did I not notice this before? You know what I mean? So hold on just one sec. All right. Let me take this down really quick. Hey, Outdoorsy Life. How are you? I'm going to press play and I'm going to play it a couple times and I want to read. Yes. Oh, dazed. Thank you. Let me do this right here. You don't even need to do that. I'll put up a banner for you. So real quick, Dazed is collecting photos of Christmas trees for summer. And what Dazed is doing is collecting them all and she's going to feature them all. So Annabella showed her Christmas tree. I think was it yesterday? I don't know if anybody else has put up a Christmas tree for summer. I'm going to go get one this week. I'm going to get a little tree for her. I'm going to get a little real one. And when I get mine done, I'll put it out and show you guys. But this is what Dazed is asking for. So anyone who wants to send a photo or a video, I believe, a Dazed of a Christmas tree made just for summer. So it would be a separate Christmas tree from your Christmas tree. Unless you want to make your Christmas tree all about summer, then maybe there are people that might just put up the Christmas tree and do a tree just for summer. Either way, they're collecting all the photos and videos and they're going to put something really nice together. So you can email Dazed and Confused. If someone could drop Dazed channel link just for people on the replay, I'm sure everyone here is subbed to Dazed, I'd imagine. The email is dazedconfused778@gmail.com. It's scrolling right across the screen. Hey, Beach Lady. And that's where you send them all to. So I think it's going to be really special. The tree idea is beautiful. I love it. I'm doing one. It isn't finished yet. Awesome. Awesome, Valerie. You're working on yours. All right. So everybody's working on. She was making fun of the trees. Isn't that nice? Yeah. She's such a peach, Jody Sue, isn't she? All right. We won't talk about her right now. Okay. So I'm going to press play on this. I'm going to play it like 3 times. It's 10 seconds. And I want you to listen closely and tell me what you hear and what you notice. All right. I want to see if anybody else picks up what I do. You sent me some things? Okay, Cher, I'm going to check. Sorry, I was live before and I had issues with my stream, so I had to start over. So I'm a mess over here trying to get shit together. I will check. All right, here we go.
A statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A family member reported a statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County.
All right. So I'm going to go through comments. Last seen outside her home. Angel talks too fast. Let's see. Last seen outside her home. Ronnie says last seen walking away from her home. No, Ronnie didn't say last seen walking away from her home. WBIR said that Summer was last seen walking away from her home. They're the only news outlet that said it. in, share. You got it. So hold on one sec. And Sophie got it too. On, in. Yes. Ronnie didn't say that she was last seen walking away from her home. It was WBIR, the news station. After the news station put that out, I believe it was, hey, Crispy Treat, find the link. Okay, Angel, yeah, no, I've never heard Ronnie Lawson say that Summer was last seen walking away from her home. If you have that, please do send it to me, because I yeah, no, I've only been able to track it from I feel like it was human error. Okay, so I'm glad that came up, because a lot of people are saying now that Summer, they're like, well, they said that she was last seen walking away, but that never came from the police. That came from word of mouth. Summer never walked away. Poor baby, says True Crime. Hey, True Crime Junkie. She rephrased in and on. So I'm going to play this back. Hold on, because there's quite a few things to talk about with this. This is what bothered me a little bit. Hey, Tennessee Blonde. So she changes it from in to on the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. So, oh, hold on. McKenna's here and wants to know when I'm paying my check to the summer fund. The summer fund is closed, McKenna. Would you like me to balance your checkbook for you? Why don't you send me some copies of your checks? Okay. Include all of your information, signature and everything. Okay. We'll call it a day. So let's continue. You know what's funny? I actually wrote that check out to Civis Bank and not Q Carlock. I actually gave you guys a perfect example of where that money was supposed to go. So why did everybody write checks to a third party? Anyone? Because all I ever said was, write your check out to the bank. That's what I did. Okay. And my check sat there on the counter for a couple weeks and I didn't send it. But that's none of your business. That's none of your business. I don't know why people are so worried about my check. We could talk about the check anytime. I'm keeping it moving, Cher. These people are so worried about my finances. It's insanity, literally. Why would anyone misdirect funds? To scam, Monica, to scam. All of the people that wrote those checks out to Q Carlock, actually, look at what's become of it. The check was supposed to be written to the bank. That's the only place. Do you know people sent checks to Q Carlock? They sent actual checks, $1,000 checks with her name on them. Anybody? Did you know that? She was getting checks at her house, written out to her. I wrote my check to Civis Bank. Whether it was cashed or not, doesn't matter. I know where I was sending mine to. It wasn't Q Carlock. It's in this video around the 7-minute mark. Where is it? Oh, did you drop the link, Angel? Will you send it to my email instead? Because I can listen here. I'll give you a let me give you a wrench and I'll grab it right from the chat. Because I don't think that the link add moderator. You can drop the link right in chat. Yeah, Dana Keiko. So hold on, let me take this down. Let me address this. Unless Tiffany held a fundraiser to then send to the bank, it's no one's business at all. No donations were ever taken by TM. What she does with her money is no one's business. Yes, thank you, Dana. You summed it up perfectly. So let me say that one more time. Unless Tiffany held a fundraiser to then send to the bank, it's no one's business at all. No donations were ever taken by TM. What she does with her money is no one's business. Thank you very much. I was not even monetized when I wrote that check. Okay? So, yeah, I don't know who people think they are around here, but you need to get a grip on life and worry about your own fucking finances. Outdoorsy life, that's because Don Wells on June 18th came forward and talked about summer being inside. So we had 2 days of her being outside her home. And then after it went from the night of the 15th, the 16th and the 17th, we never heard about the flowers. We never heard about her being inside, her going to play with her toys downstairs, her brothers playing their games. We never heard any of that stuff until Dawn spoke to the media outside that day on the news. Do you remember when they caught him out there with Josie and he did the interview there? That is when all of the story changed, right? So from what we heard from the police, we only heard those facts for 2 days. And after those 2 days, on June 18th, 2021, Don Wells took to the media and he brought about the flowers, the basement, the toys, all of it. That's when everything really came to fruition. It was June 18th. So let's see. Summer's case has been so botched. Don and Candace Grandis will never tell where the sweet girl is, but they will never fool God. Well, Prairie, what if they're innocent? Like, what if they're innocent? Because, I mean, I question that a lot. Hold on, let me go through. Hey, Benny. I told everybody earlier that we're going to do a live tonight. People always looking for things to bitch about. Let's see. Oh, I'm way behind. Hold on. Angel, I got your email. I got it. Thank you. I'm going to open it in just a sec. Was that the day Dawn beat up the refrigerator? No. Nope, that was quite a while down the road. I don't think that with all of the things going on and how we've been able to see the type of people that were around the wells. Hey, Squire, good to see you. Glad to see you keep digging for the truth. I'm not going anywhere, I promise. I told you. So hold on a minute. Now that we're all set with the BS. Yeah, alive tonight. We're going to go live tonight. Anything is possible. I question that too a lot. It could have been a predator that stalked her in spite of everything. Absolutely, grubby goat. I mean, we see that there was absolutely somebody that could have been watching every day and every night. watching their comings and goings, knowing when they left, when they arrived back home. There's so much that for me now is a problem that I never considered in the beginning, because I wasn't able to see that there actually is somebody who had perfect view and sight of their everyday habits. And the fact that Leslie Earhart says this really, really stands out to me. So I'm going to play it again. I'm going to start over because that other person interrupted me. So hold up. But let me see. Yes, Summer had so many dangers around her. It could have been anyone. So the story changed what they told Ellie on the 15th. Well, Nico Japcat, I don't know what they told the police on the 15th, right? None of us know what they told the police because we weren't there. We don't have the reports and we're not privy to that information. It's closed, right? So the thing is, it's basically, right, we watched all the pressers. They gave the information that they wanted to be out, the police did, and the TBI. And then we had the, Don coming out, speaking to a lot of creators and such. And that's where the story became. So they may have very well told them the things that they had said on panels and things like that, but we wouldn't know. So it could be that the police were keeping certain things close to the vest and not saying a word, but then they spoke about it. So I don't know what changed in their story, right? None of us do. We could never know what they spoke to the police about, what they said that day. What they were questioned, what their answers, the lie detector test, everything. So it's tricky in that way because we don't know what actually changed, because what they told the police is not anything that we're able to see. I do feel the story didn't match at all what was first put out by the TBI, which is this right here. So someone who could see their basement door from their home. Well, Sarisa, there's no way that they could see the basement door through all of the trees, though. There's just no way. Maybe if it was the winter, yeah, but with the trees being so thick through there, the story changed between June 21st and June 24th. What do you mean, Angel? Tell me what you mean. What changed between the 21st and the 24th? That way I'm on the same page as you. Let's see. What is that, Angel? What are you thinking? What led up? Jody Sue hated kids. Yeah, she did. For sure. She admitted that to everybody. Rhiannon Benson, if a predator did take her, which very well could be, why do I still feel like Candace knows something? Rhiannon, I feel like Candace knows something as well. So probably because there's a huge possibility that she may very well, have been, I don't know. I think Candace, to me, definitely seems like she's the type of, person to keep things under lock and key and be afraid to speak up, even if it was like, she seems to keep things closed up Do you know what I mean? She doesn't speak out. She doesn't divulge a lot. She doesn't confide a lot. So where Dawn was always talking and talking and talking. Did Angel tell me what she was noticing changed between the 21st and the 24th? I'm wondering if it was something in particular. Has my theory changed? Steffers, yeah. Yes. Since the beginning of this case, it has changed. Do I think she's alive? I think there is a possibility Summer could be alive. I'll always keep hope for that. Good morning, Angela James. How are you? Everyone said Candace stole Jody Sue's story about the flowers. What if the opposite is true? Maybe she went up there and saw them planting. Val, I think that it's I'll call it like a parallel in the case where Jody spoke about flowers and they spoke about flowers. So it could be Jody getting the story from Candace about the flowers, or it could be Candace getting the story from Jody about the flowers, or the idea. I think it's odd that both mentioned flowers that very particular day. Hey, Bridget. Okay, so, but what I mean by alive is, do you think she is alive and hidden? Yeah, well, this is the thing. I would hope that my biggest hope is that she would be alive and hidden and being taken care of, but the odds of that are very slim. I think very slim. So yeah, if she's alive, she's absolutely being hidden for sure. No doubt. At first I thought it was an accident. Now yeah, Steppers. So I'm not getting rid of the accident theory at all. Not at all. But I do think it's a possibility that somebody could have snatched her off that property, and or from further down on the property, somewhere on the property. I think there is room for that to happen, whereas in the beginning I did not think that. Until she's found there's always hope. Yes, Nana. Angel said the story about Summer being inside and outside. Which part? Wait, let me find Angel. Let me see what exactly she said. Kind of wondered if also maybe someone could have been around the dog trail. Really, only thing I could think of. Caitlin, I don't believe in the dog trail story, because that's something also, that was another moving part. So it was never the dog trail. It was the end of the driveway. The dog trail was introduced further down the line. It was always the driveway, that the dogs caught her scent at the end of the driveway, not the dog trail. The dog trail, I feel, possibly was fed to Dawn by Jody. Personal opinion. Only Dawn can answer that, though. And I think that if Summer was taken, it's a possibility, always a possibility, that maybe the way that Dawn and Candace have acted is because they suspect somebody and they're afraid. Do you get what I mean? Because you could see the pure emotion on Candace's face when she was with the behavior panel. Maybe she was threatened. Well, it sure looked that way when they brought up a crime syndicate, right? Sweet D. Candace knew what type of people she allowed around her children, and she thought she could control that, but a predator is just that, a predator. Yeah, absolutely, Sweet D. It is true. Okay, Angel talks too fast. June 16th, 17th, 18th, 21st, they say she was outside. June 24th, they say inside the house. But Dawn said she went in she that she went inside the house on the 18th. Oh, you put the 18th. No, 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 no. So you said outside on the 18th. Dawn said Dawn said that she went inside though on the 18th. The story about the flowers, planting flowers, going inside, all of that came out on the 18th, right then and there. Hey, Shay, sweet pea. And I'm positive of that. Like all the way positive. Like I literally know this by heart. I know you do too, Angel, but the 18th was the day. I'm talking about what was said in the press conferences. Okay, so you're not talking about Don. All right, so I don't think we were talking about the same thing, Angel. Sorry. So yeah, all right, you're talking about press conferences. I was just talking about when the actual story of Summer being outside planting flowers, going into the camper, washing her hands, the candy, going inside into the basement, past her brothers. That all came out on the 18th. Like all of that was laid right out on the 18th. That's what I meant. I didn't know you were talking about the pressers. Sorry, hon. Has anyone looked at what videos Jody Sue released on the days Dawn did an interview? Just curious if there was any similarities. Lil G, that's all way back in all of my stuff because Jody Sue was over on Facebook back then. She was streaming a lot at night and she was not on YouTube at that time. So thank you, Nay3. Hold on a sec. Let me highlight this. Hey, Carrie. I know many people have shifted away from Dawn having at least guilty knowledge. I just still feel in my gut Dawn is not free of guilt. I've tried, but always go back to Dawn, in my opinion. That's okay, Nay. You can feel whatever way you want to. I used to feel very strongly that Dawn knew everything, and now I don't feel that way. When it comes to Summer, I don't. But that's what makes us a group of people that is able to, bounce ideas off one another and having different opinions. Some of the best conversations come from differing opinions. I always feel anyway. And okay, so then Angel says, and I believe the lie detectors happen between the 21st and the 24th. Angel, I do not know the date of the lie detector. I thought it was sooner than that. But you could check. Does anybody happen to know off the top of their head the day that they had their polys done? I thought it was sooner than the 21st because they went in the first time and had to leave and then go back a couple days later. Right? Well, in all actuality, yeah, because Candace couldn't even finish hers. So maybe that one doesn't count. I don't know. I'm sure it counts, but it's not. Dawn said Candace's was on the 22nd. Yeah. So, but Dawn's was on, I believe Dawn's was on the 18th. I think they went there I believe they went there together. Candace had to go back. They let her take several days in between. It was 2 days in between. I think they let her take the weekend and she was back Monday. No, wait a minute. Because she went to, hold on. She went to Allie's on Thursday. No, Wednesday. Which day was it? Wednesday or Thursday? I'm rusty with that. I believe it was Wednesday. was it Wednesday she went to, was it the 17th? I believe that they went on the 17th. Date of articles is dated 23rd. As earliest when he said Candace passed the test. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that they went on the 17th. I'm almost positive it was the 17th. I think Angel is saying TBI Leslie's statement changed on the 24th. Yeah, Sophie, I know what she's saying now. I didn't know what she was saying before. We were talking about two different things. I figured it out when I saw the rest of her comments. Yeah, it was 2 or 3 days, right, Gigi? It was on a Tuesday. Hold on a sec. What? Hold on a second. Paula Hour, Don is a criminal. They have 0 children now. I mean, use some logic. These are bad people. Just saying, Tiffany Marie. Paula Hour, I think I did a lot of judging already when it comes to the Wells. And I am not saying that they're not, that they're perfect people or anything like that. And I hope that that's not how it's coming across. Don's absolutely a criminal. That's I'm aware, but I'm not changing my mind about how I feel. It's taken a very long time for, it's almost been 2 years, and I don't feel that, I don't feel at all that Don has knowledge of where Summer is or what happened. I don't. Dishonesty is why the story would change, point blank, period. Yes, Paul Hour, but he wasn't there. He wasn't home. He was at work. So he knows what he's been told. So if the story changes, is that because he's being told something different? He was the speaker. Like, he took on the role of speaking. So if the story was to change, then it doesn't mean that he changed the story. It could have been someone else that changed the story. Do you think at all that that's a possibility, or are you just straight up like, and it's okay if you feel that way, but I don't want, people telling me how to feel. I feel how I feel. I don't think Don knows where Summer is. I just don't. I'm sorry. Just don't. I felt that way for, I don't know. Let's see, probably 11, 12 months. And I was very hard on Don for a long time. There's nothing Don said that I did not play on this channel. And I do think I got it wrong with him. I don't know the particulars, but that's just how I feel now, today, current day. And I can't help that. Hey, 2 old crows, what's up? So when I hear about their lifestyles, I'm not surprised. I just thank God I'm not really from this town. My parents raised me right, says Steffers. Luda says, I felt the same way as Paula Hour for the longest time. It took me a while to change the perspective and learn that there's more than one possibility. Oh, yeah, there is. And I had tunnel vision, I feel. So now, is it possible that Don and Candace might have an idea of who could have targeted them if they're not guilty of this? Probably. So that is, it could be a possibility that that's where their, looking so guilty comes from. Like, maybe thinking it was somebody, or just like having a feeling it might have been a certain person. Let's see. Chris Beachy, don't worry at all about membership, hon. You don't need to worry. Please don't worry about it at all. You're welcome, just another mother. Let's see, Angel talks too fast. That video that you have pulled up is the one where Ronnie talks about summer outside. This one right here. This is the first one. This was right after they put the Amber Alert out. So hold on a second. Actually, let me come back to this while I really want to read the comments because I want to see what you guys have to say. Fred Hill said she was afraid of someone at the end of the holler. Said if he turned up dead, then blank did it. Not a stretch for Candace to be terrified too. Squire, right. So there's all of these moving parts like Fred. A lot of people don't take Fred seriously. And if you notice, Jody's always tried to discredit him. And that stands out to me. She's always saying, he's schizophrenic, he's got issues, he's not right in the head, blah, blah, blah. That very well may be true. But Fred Hill said a lot of things that are really important. Ziggy has those on her channel. I've gone over them here. They're really important, those Fred Hill interviews. Because he talks a lot. Let me see. Paula Hour. I didn't mean to make you feel like I'm telling you how to feel. My words may have been rough. It's okay. No, I just, I let everyone else have opinions. I just I like to be able to have my own is all. And you've never been unkind to me, so don't worry about it. I'm just I can't go back and feel the way I did for a whole entire year when I don't feel that way anymore. Dana, don't worry. You're good, Paul Hour. Don't worry. Totally random thought, but could it be possible Don owed money for a debt with June 15th being the deadline? So he took the Subaru that day to try to sell it maybe, but that fell through. Dana, yeah, sure. Anything's a possibility, right? Totally could be possible. Debts or Lil G, it speaks volumes that Candace left while Don was gone. I feel like it was out of guilt or fear of someone local. Lil G, I think I probably would have wanted to stay if that were me. I don't think I could have left because I would never be able to move my feet from where my child went missing from. But in the same token, I don't think Candace was safe up there at all. So I do understand her leaving, right? Lean on me. Please tell everyone not to react to the thing and her mad about making Summer a tree. They'll listen to you. She is wanting a reaction. Hold on. Oh yeah, no one reacts to her. Lean on me. No one cares. She's totally fading out. Why would she be upset about Christmas trees for Summer? What's wrong with her? Jody seems more suspect than the parents. Yes, she does. Just another mother. She absolutely is far more suspect than anybody, in my opinion. But I've also not heard everybody speak and interacted with. All right, so hold on. I want to go back to this. Perfect timing to do it because Leslie, all right. Leslie, I want to give some, leeway where I think she was a little nervous. I think she is naturally nervous in front of the camera. I've always kind of felt that way. But this is the thing. So she changes her wording, and that stood out to me a lot. Hold on.
Statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A family member reported her missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff with statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A family member reported her missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at approximately 6:30 Tuesday evening.
So she changes her wording there, and I feel like it was a slip. So when she says, ooh, hold on, sorry guys. Give me just 1 minute. Okay, let me catch up here. Sorry, had to mute for 2 seconds. So when Leslie starts out, she says that she was last seen outside of her home on, and then she changes it to in. Excuse me, sorry. She says in backwards. I said it backwards. She says in, and then she changes it to on. I find that to be important, and this is why. Tell me what you guys think about it. It's just my opinion, okay? So I was listening to this last night, and I'm like, how did I never notice that she changed her wording? Because it was so quick. She did this so quickly. It went straight from in to on within a split second. She caught herself really quickly. I feel like truly it's almost like they're saying she wasn't on her property. She wasn't in her home. She wasn't actually in the house. It was on the 100 block of Ben Hill. So you guys know what a 100 block is, right? So it would be on the 100 block. When I think of on the 100 block, I would think of standing on the road. Just personally, myself, that's how I feel about it. Now, if she were to say, why do you guys think she changed her verbiage? Nicely done, TBI, Q&A. Yeah, there's a Q&A right up there, guys. If you go to the pinned comment on the chat, it's right in there. So in order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we won't release any more information about the timeline. Yeah, they don't want to, which is it's the smartest thing to do. You're not getting what I mean? Okay. So, I don't know really how to explain that any better. She said that so Leslie starts out by saying she was last seen outside of her home on the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community in Hawkins County. So why would Leslie change her wording from in to on? In the 100 block or on the 100 block? Why change the wording? Like, I want to know your opinions on this, because I don't want to I've been thinking about it since last night. 100 block means any house that's numbered 100, 110, 125, 130, 100 block. Right? So that's why it stood out to me. It would be the appropriate verbiage, Paula Hour, because if you were to say she was seen in the 100 block, there'd be no problem with that at all. It would still make sense and it would still fit. You don't think that it's appropriate? But me and Paula Hour have all these like differing opinions today. I think she just misread. What block do you live on? Not in. Who was it that said she was seen walking on the road? Crimes have consequences. That came out on Facebook. So what happened was they also said that one of the boys saw her walking away as well. And that was never said by the TBI. Never. In the 100 blocks, it makes sense to me. Both of them can fit. I want to know why she changed her wording. In the first 10 seconds of the first presser, she literally changes her wording on the way that she describes where Summer was last seen. I think that puts Summer outside. I think it puts her outside her house, not inside the house. I feel like it implies she wasn't even at her house at all. Like, where does that come from? Why not say she was last seen at 110 Ben Hill Road? Why is it on the 100 block? Why not 110? She was last seen at her home at 110 Ben Hill Road. Why is it she was last seen on the 100 block of Ben Hill? Why not say she was at 110 at her home? She was last seen at her home. I feel like it's particularly strange to me. Definitely puts her outside and somehow saw her. Who saw her? Yeah, I would love to know who saw her. I think she was going to say in Beach Creek. Yeah, you can hear it again. I could play it, Penny. Hold on one sec.
A statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A family statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road.
Let's see. Dana says, whoever called also said she's 4. They said a family member, maybe one of the boys called, and that's why the call hasn't been released. Would make sense if Candace wasn't home, maybe at the creek. Well, that's a possibility, but we don't know who called. I personally think that we've got Jody saying she called. She said, we're the ones that called. Did you guys ever catch that? She said, we're the ones that called. It was in the first set of videos she ever put out. Jody also said that Summer was 4. And then she corrected it she corrected it that night in the car, saying that she needed to make a correction on Summer's age. She said she was 4 years old as well. So at first, the first reports were that Summer was 4 years old. And it wasn't until several hours that they fixed that. And Jody went live on her Facebook saying she's actually 5, not 4. Cautious Gem says, In a way, it almost implies that she was seen walking down the road, not right in front of her house. Kasha, that's the way I feel too. Because when you put it into terms of, now at first I'm thinking the 100 block. Okay, so we hear that a lot, but not when a child goes missing from the property or the house. They'll say the address. This is not a Summer was last seen at her home on 110 Ben Hill Road. So that bothers me so much. And I'm thinking, maybe it's really just that simple. It's the first thing that she says. It's the first thing that comes right out of her mouth. Yes, Fizzle, I remember. So there was a cyclist at 7 o'clock who allegedly, right, this came out on Facebook as well. The wife spoke on Facebook and said that her husband was riding his bike and that he saw the boys down by the creek at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock p.m. that they were standing on the side of the road. And I believe he had a camera on him, the biker. I remember that, Penny. Yep. Yeah, with a GoPro. Yes. So Mrs. M, the dispatch call said the parents called, didn't it? I may be wrong. Yes, it did. It did say that. But I've always left room for the dispatch to not know if that was a parent or not. Is it possible that Candace could have been nervous to call, so Jody called for her? Possibly. I don't know. So dispatch could say the parents called, but till we hear the calls, we truly don't know. Dispatch could think it was a parent and it might not have been. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but how would dispatch know the voice of the mother or the neighbor or the friend or whoever? It could have been Marlena. It could have been Candace Terror. It could have been anybody. So yeah, the dispatch said the parents called in, but how would the dispatch know the voices of the parents to say that was for sure? They have all that. They know who called, right? Can you go to 7 minutes and play that real quick? Yeah, sure. Hold on one sec. Let me see. 7 minutes. Up at 6:51. Hold on 1 minute, hon. What are you looking for, Angel? Well, I'll figure it out when I play it. Hold on 1 second.
Well, the train stuff is like you see here. This is what people are searching in. But if they seen something yesterday evening or afternoon that we need to know, that's when they need to make the call or come by the command post.
Kind of landmarks that sort of an area you're sort of
just around Ben Hill Road in that area. That's the main. She's 5 years old and she left the house. And evidently, she got a little farther than they expected.
Do you have any idea how much territory your volunteers are searching?
People are searching in, but if they seen something yesterday evening or afternoon that we need to know, that's when they need to make the call or come by the command post.
Kind of landmarks that sort of an area you're sort of
just around Ben Hill Road in that area. That's the main. Because she's 5 years old and she left the house. And evidently, she got a little farther than they expected.
Do you have any idea how much territory your volunteers or searchers are covering?
A lot. We have so many.
All right, so the guy asked about landmarks. So one of the media guys asked if there were any particular landmarks that he could mention. And he says just around Ben Hill Road in that area that she left and must have gotten a little farther than expected because they're under the assumption she wandered off. So Angel, what are you thinking? Because I personally, and it's just, I don't agree. Like that doesn't tell me someone saw her walking away from the house. Like, I don't feel that at all when I listen to that, because all he said was Ben Hill in that area. I can't believe these people have got away with it for this long. Whoever has taken Summer, harmed her or hidden her has done a miraculous job, actually. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. Just disappeared into thin air. Whereas still bothered by Candace changing times to 4:30 p.m. Well, Candace didn't change. She just went against Jody's timeline. Right, Luda? She didn't fall in line with what Jody wanted her to say. Bridget says, Fizzle, I'm so glad we've all mended our fences because I've learned a lot from you, all about more of particulars from Ben Hill and around it. Aw. All right, let's see. Angel says, not that someone saw her, but rather what they were told. Yeah, so what they were told. But my issue is with Leslie saying the 100 block, that doesn't put Summer at home. Do you know what I mean? So did someone see her? If so, who was it? I've never heard of anybody seeing Summer walking away except right in the beginning when they said that the boys saw her walking away. Yeah, one of the brothers saw her walking away. And that came out on Facebook. The police have never, ever, ever said that Summer was seen walking away. It was WBIR. I have the link. I'll send it to you. And then after that, it took off running. So everybody believed that Summer was last seen walking away because the news station said that. It was the only news station that reported it that way. WJHL never said that, but WBIR did. So hold on, let me grab the link. I'm going to drop it to you guys so you can have it and you can look at it. Crime Online was the second person to share all of that. So let's see. WBIR, here it is. So let me see. I'm going to drop this link to you guys in the chat. You can check this out. This comes from WBIR, and it was, oh, hold on. I got the wrong one. Got the wrong one. I want to make sure that you guys have this to save away or whatever. So right here, everyone's still a person of interest in a weeks-long search for Summer Wells. So this is a link where they say that she was last seen walking away from her home. And I feel that if WBIR made a mistake, I wish that they would say so. Like, I wish that they would have said so a while ago. Why not fix that and rectify it? Why not fix that? Why would you let that stay out there as misinformation is my question. So WBIR says this. I'll read it to you. Everybody's still a person of interest in weeks-long search for 5-year-old Summer Wells. We've got the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation posted a brief update Monday on Twitter that included a statement from Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson. Everybody's still a person of interest. the sheriff said in the video statement. Landowners in the Beach Creek area can help law enforcement by checking any trail cameras or security cameras they may have that could possibly show activity by the child. Anything is possible. Physical signs or images could hold the clue that will lead to her disappearance, Lawson said. It may not mean anything to the people. It may mean everything to us, he said. Her family has said they last saw her alive the afternoon of June 15th. She's not been heard from since. Dozens of searchers scouring thousands of acres haven't found any sign of the child. There's all of the updates that have ever been made are in here, you guys. Even the tweets from TBI, all of them. Hold on a second. Candace said that Jody Sue is at the bottom of her driveway at 4:30. Yes, Candace said that Jody Sue is at the bottom of the driveway and that she was standing on the side of the creek next to the dog trail. Like right next to the dog trail in the driveway. That Jody Sue was standing at the very end of the driveway in the little, like it's almost like a little half, like not a half circle, but it opens up a little bit, right? It's still their property right there by the road, that Jody was standing on Candace's side of the street at the very edge of her driveway next to the dog trail, which is also extremely concerning. Why would Jody Sue be on her side of the road? Yeah, Jody Sue said, I went to see if Summer was still in the creek. She also said she saw Summer the night before and that the puppy was down by the creek and it fell into the creek. And then she changed her story to that the puppy fell into the weeds. So first it was that the puppy fell into the creek. Then it changed to the puppy fell into the weeds. So you've got two changing stories. Then she says that the last day she saw Summer, and I've gone over this before, she said the last day that she saw Summer, the boys told Candace, Mom, Jody Sue's right. It's the dogs. It's the dogs. So we've got Jody saying she saw Summer the same day that the boys were telling Candace that Jody Sue was right about the dogs. So Jody Sue says she saw Summer the night before with Candace down by the creek with the boys. All the kids were there and there was a puppy. Okay. Then you've got her saying she didn't see Summer. I think it was 2 days before. So we've got 2 days before, the night before, and then allegedly we've got after Summer disappeared. She saw her the very day that the boys said, she said, the last day I saw Summer, the boys were telling Candace, Mom, Jody Sue's right. It's the dogs. It's the dogs. How is that possible? That the last day Jody saw Summer, the boys were telling Candace Jody was right about the dogs. Those are my questions. Like I'm thinking out loud. Yeah, Bridget. So that seems like such a big issue to me. Jody was a scene of the crime pretty much. All right. So I also think it's possible Summer did go missing earlier and possibly they thought they would find her without involving agencies. But when she wasn't found by 6:30, they called, says Andy Stoner. That's a possibility. Maybe. Sure. Absolutely. Lady R. Yes, Tiffany, the puppy story. I forgot for a second about that. Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe Loaf expected Candace to be completely blitzed that day as she normally was. Also strange how out of her way she went to make sure Dobbs wouldn't be around on the 15th. Absolutely agree with you. The night of the 14th, she also said, we were searching for Summer. So she also says she was searching for Summer on the 14th. Yes, Dana Keiko. It was the night of the 14th that Candace posted the TikTok picture. It was a video at night with the lightning. I have it. If it shouldn't be very far back on my channel because I put up a couple videos and I don't have much there. So it should be right up there. I think it says The Eve of Summer's Disappearance. I think that's the title. Hey, Birdie. Last live Jody Studio, she's poking fun at the idea of looking at the delivery driver. She says not possible because they are timed minutes later. She says same delivery driver spent an hour shooting the shit. Yeah, everybody's on really like high alert and on edge since Athena because of the delivery driver. I think that brought that delivery driver right back out into the, forefront. But remember, the delivery driver is the one that went to the police and told them he saw the red truck. So the police spoke with that delivery driver. That's a positive thing. Like, don't forget and always keep in mind that the police had contact with that delivery driver, whoever it was. I don't know who it was, but the police were in contact with them. I'd imagine, they talked to them. Jody Sue was involved in Summer's disappearance. In my opinion, she has acted like the boss from the beginning. When Evil entered, she is literally manhandling the whole situation. It's insane. We got Loaf saying everything. Literally every rumor, misinformation has come from Loaf. So why? Because the truth is simple and unchanging. So why do you need 7 million hours to rehash it and convince people? Penny, she sits there and repeats the same thing day in and day out. It's redundant over and over. She's definitely doing it for a reason. If I were to assume or to guess, I would absolutely say that she is involved. Just my opinion. Why would Jody know so much about Summer? I hate how it always turns into Jody, like everything turns into Jody. But see, she's got the community completely all eyes on her. That's her fault. You know what I mean? Just be careful always. Like, don't just focus on Jody, of course, but we don't want to leave no room for anything else or to consider anything else. But she's a red flag waving in the night. It's just crazy. She's got cameras as alibis, convenient, all that BS that goes on over there. The old man Dobbs drives you to get a camera, not even when you have a peeping Tom. Yeah, so it's interesting that Jody's cameras work when she wants them to, and conveniently they don't work when she really needs them. I really want to focus on the let me find comments that aren't about Jody Sue for 5 seconds, because I don't want this to be distracted by Jody Sue. We already know she's sus as fuck. She would jump on Tiffany's panel seconds to topic of. Yeah, Luda, that is very true. She did. She came up and derailed me many times. And it's extremely telling when I go back and listen, because when I go back and listen, I know exactly what she's trying to distract me from. When I go and listen to my streams that Jody came into, there was always a reason why she was there. She was coming up to stop what we were talking about, to change the subject. And just so you guys know, nothing has been deleted. I have everything. It's just on private, and it is not on members. There's a lot of rumors and lies going around right now. I have not deleted a single video about Summer. Do you think I would ever? Not a chance. I'm protecting my content and going through it to remove a certain creator's content out of my videos so that my channel is free of that and safe from being struck. I'm not going to lose all of Summer's live streams and all of the videos I made over salty people. So I've chose to protect my channel. Just so you know, nothing is on memberships that has to do with Summer. It's all on private. Any mother who says she will smother her own baby is capable of anything. Believe it. Oh yeah. I feel like she rubs the red truck in our face by driving the red Toyota Tacoma, buying the yellow. Yes, lean on me. It's weird, right? Who would do that? Who would buy the same vehicle that Dudley Asian had? And who would ride around in a red Toyota Tacoma or maroonish Toyota Tacoma that is legit the same make, model, year as they're looking for? And I do too. I feel like she's taunting people with it. I agree with you, lean on me, 100%. I shared the screenshot of just that part again. What is it, Lady R? Sorry, I already forgot. Okay, Angel talks too fast. Whoopsie on her part because she could never keep her story straight. I typed that out and I'm still confused. Yes, I was just actually talking about you the other day, Angel, about how good you're doing with your transcribing. Hey, Yoda. Can Ellie be trusted? Well, I'd hope so. All right. So do you feel like, did you lose, Lolaroo, did you lose faith in them? Because all of them, did you lose faith in all of them? Because this is another thing. This entire community is under the impression that Hawkins County has been leading this case for the last 18 months, and they have not. The TBI took over this case on the second week. Who do you think's above the TBI? Ronnie's the little guy on the totem pole. Like, he is legit the small fish. He has to answer to the TBI and the FBI. He can't just go call whatever shots he wants to. The TBI has been yesterday, thank God, Leslie Earhart put out a tweet stating nothing has changed. It remains the same. Do you know what that means? Nothing has changed. They are the lead on Summer's case, not Hawkins County. Hawkins County wouldn't even take phone calls on the second week for Summer. So where's these people have been at their head in the sand? I don't know. Any mother. Oh, I got that one already. Was that a repeat? Hold on one sec. I think it's very strange to me that people think that Ronnie is like the end all be all here with Summer's case. He's not. The TBI is the lead, and they've been the lead for 17 months. How does that slip by people? Hey, Hell of Alive. Thank you for not letting this case ever go cold. Hell of Alive. Yeah, I saw a title just a little while about how Summer's case has gone cold. No, I don't think so. Not right now, it's not. I think they have all taunted us. Candace Bly with the video of Summer with flames around her on TikTok. Don saying he would see her in the resurrection, and Jody Sue with her nonstop lies. Yeah, so the resurrection talk was very upsetting to me. And I think your name is Eastham. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Yes, the resurrection talk was extremely chilling, and I didn't like it at all. Welcome, Divine Time. Thanks for joining. You and Fizzle are actual saints for dealing with her for as long as you did. She's a full-time job. Yes, she is a full-time job, but I have not been paying attention to her as of late because I took a whole break from Jody. have been looking and peeping over there every now and again the last couple days, but it was nice not to listen to her. And then listening to her again made me feel like I needed to go run, because it's like such bad energy. It takes your energy all the way down. So like when I listen to Jody, I immediately become irritated and like in a bad mood. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Hope they're investigating Ronnie's misconduct. Only one can only hope. So Ronnie's misconduct, I don't know if there's misconduct. Right? We have to wait and see. I can't hold him responsible for his son's actions. He didn't do that, right? But he did keep it a secret. My problem with Ronnie Lawson, and like I legit adored this man, is that he kept this a secret and that he did not tell anybody he had too much on his plate. I think that this is a really unfortunate sequence of events, and Summer is paying the price because I believe Ronnie was very distracted. I mean, naturally you would be distracted, but as far as misconduct, I don't know if, he's keeping your word, not stop until sweet Summer is found. Sammy, how are you? No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not giving up on Summer. Never, ever. Candace saying this Summer will always be there with her. Yeah, Dana Keiko. I remember when she said that. That was on Benny's channel, I believe. She was sitting in her living room. We watched her the other night in Discord for a bit, and we couldn't. No, I think we lasted like 20 minutes. And we just started talking. Parents were walking red flags from the jump with their odd behavior and statements never made sense. I'm coming down through the chat, guys. I'm trying to go quickly. I watched her this morning because I was just like, of course she's live. Probably was on all night. Fucking weirdo. Yeah, she did go live last night. I feel that Hawkins County wants it to go away. Maybe not all of them, but some. Right. The TBI is right on top of it. Like Leslie is still answering people. She answers people on Twitter all the time. I do believe that they are very much still working on her case. And while, Hawkins County might not be, the TBI absolutely is. And that's really all that matters. Like Ronnie, I'm not saying he doesn't matter. Obviously he does. But when it comes down to it, TBI's got, they're the big hats. Like they're the actual authoritative figures that are looking over his shoulder, like straight down at his desk. Like they know what he's doing. They know his moves. They know what Ronnie is doing when it comes to Summer's case. There's no way he's making decisions without telling the TBI. Like they're working together because the TBI is leading the case. And all these people running around saying, oh, thank God the TBI took the case over. I'm mind blown. That was like 490 something days ago. WJHL interview, Candace. No one would ever do that when I was around. Yes, Lady R. That comment, it's perplexing all the way. What way would they treat her? Who would treat her? In what way would they treat her? And where wasn't she? Like Candace wasn't there. Like something happened, and she did say no one would ever treat her like that when I was around. So, or if I was around. So it really makes you wonder, okay, so where weren't you that you weren't around. And what did they do? How did they treat her? So I have 3 questions just from that one sentence. It's so important. And I wish that we had some answers. Unfortunately, it seems that when it comes to his son, Ronnie may be the enabler, and that is really freaking gross. I think that in any situation you're going to have an enabler, but I can't speak on it because I don't know if he is an enabler or not. I don't know what goes on there, but I'm going to assume, Paula Hour, that you're right, because he tried to conceal this and keep it a secret. And it had been going on long before Summer disappeared. So I do have a very big problem with that. I think that it's unforgivable because he has a duty and an obligation to protect and serve his community, and protecting and serving his community is not keeping it a secret. So it makes me wonder, and like, this is coming from someone who I really thought the world of this man. It makes me wonder, what else could they be keeping a secret there? If he was able to keep that so lock and key, like nobody spoke of this at all, never even slipped through a single crack, that scares me for Summer. Penny says he's an apt Ronnie Lawson, and they blew their budget quick and are undermanned. Oh, yeah. Well, they've been in a state of emergency. Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, they put out the meeting. I put it up on my channel long ago. I want to say it was probably like 7 or 8 months ago by now, that he already had said, you know, like, all of his guys are leaving. He was losing 12 of his guys. So he says he trains them there at Hawkins County, and they all leave to go to better paying counties. So other counties around them pay much more money. So he trains them all, and they all leave to go to better paying jobs, and he's left with no one. Some of them have even left to take different jobs that have nothing to do with law enforcement. I recall the interview with Ronnie saying Summer's case is important to them because they have kids and grandkids. I agree, Tiffany. I'm sure it's been tough. I've never heard of CARS team until, the CARD team. Yeah. That's child abduction rapid deployment. Take statement analysis training. So much of this is concerning so much. I agree with your thoughts on Summer's case. It's not cold, and they know we won't allow it to go cold. Nope. Actually, there's no way it's cold, because Lips just put Summer's name in court documents in front of a judge about 5 days ago. So Lips, thank you so much. I'm serious. You're actually keeping Summer's case alive by saying what you did to that judge about all the knowledge you have about her disappearance, the disappearance of Summer Wells. That was perfect. It was a golden moment. I said, perfect. She's going to keep Summer's case open even just a little bit longer. It's not going cold today. I mean, like, the stenographer had to put that on record. So you've got Lips over there saying that she's got information about the disappearance of Summer Wells. Okay. That's perfect. Perfect. I'm not even going to hate on her for it. Not even going to say a word. The lady told Smiley on the phone to put it in an application because they need the help. Put what in an application? Sorry, I must have missed your first comment. Let me go look. Yes, he did plug his election during, it was the, which I think it was Which presser was it? I'm trying to remember now. It was the year. Wasn't it the year presser? I might be wrong. So that turned me all the way off. That was horrible. I couldn't believe that he actually spoke about, you did think the world of him too, Paul Hour. Yeah, so did I. Like, I'm really disappointed in him. And I'm disappointed not for what his son did, because I can't hold this man responsible for what someone else does. But he concealed it and he kept it a secret from his county and from the public. And he tried to hide it. So now I don't trust him. I don't think anybody does. And I hate that. Because when I ever first saw Ronnie and heard him, I thought he was amazing. And I felt that way the whole way through. Like, always been super supportive, but this ruined all of it for me. Val, I don't think she knows anything, but it doesn't matter because now it's on documents in the court. And, oh, the applications, Penny, I got you. So it doesn't even matter if she doesn't know anything. She doesn't know anything, by the way. This is the thing. Now that she said it in front of a judge, she was in a court of law when she said she has information on the disappearance of Summer Wells. She was talking about all of these things. That judge has a duty and an obligation to contact the TBI. I do believe that needs to be checked up on. I need to write that down, actually. So the judge that Lip said that to, really, they have to report that to the TBI that was said. I had my hopes so high and full of hopes for Summer. Alanis, yeah, I know. I'm with you. It reminds me of a lady that had a story to tell about her son, but wanted folks not to talk about it till after the election. Like, what the heck? Oh, yeah, I know about that story. You want to talk about it, Andy Stoner? Interesting, right? You never trusted him, says Overlooking Eyes. Interesting. Nicely done. Yeah, I like that, Judge. Remember Candace telling Ernie Shell or whoever that she wished she could tell what really happened? Yes. Yes. No, you didn't dream that. Gigi, did I dream that? No, you didn't. Did someone she know lure her away, a young person playing hide and go seek? I've been thinking along those lines somewhat. Well, Beach Lady, that's the thing. Like, where would a young person bring her? A young person would need assistance, I would think. Possibly. It could have been a young person who could have gotten her to come down to near the road, right? That's where the dogs got her sent, right at the end of the driveway. It was not the dog trail. It was the driveway. It was always the driveway. So much of Summer's case has been twisted online that it's almost astounding. It's a game of telephone, like, you know, and it becomes so twisted. For fuck's sakes, people don't even know who the lead of this case is until yesterday. They think this just happened yesterday. Like, they're really not bright bulbs around here. He seemed to chill for me in this circumstance. He did seem very relaxed, didn't he, Beach Lady? But I think that's kind of what I liked about him, because I saw Ronnie as being very cool, calm, and collected. Like, we've got this. You know what I mean? So I feel like that made me trust him to take care of this even more. And I thought for sure, when I saw Ronnie Lawson get up there and speak for the first time, the second time, the third time, I'm like, he's going to find her. That man is going to find her. I believed in him so much. I really did. That makes you wonder how long Ronnie knew about what? Nicely done. His son? Well, he definitely knew for 3 years, at least 2 years. Sammy, I wish that you could do a short bullet point overview of the most important details in this case from start to now. Well, Sammy, what's going to end up happening is, because I'm revamping my whole channel, I'm going to be putting out only the important stuff. So because of the way I operated my channel for so long, working with another creator who I shared their content, and now they are like daggers out at me. I can't put those back up. They have to stay private, and I'm going to have to only put out the important things. It's going to take a while, and I'm going to have to re-upload some things, but it'll keep things simple too. And maybe it's a good thing because it'll be very straight to the point, easy to follow. The lives won't be long. There'll be uploads that are broken down very simply and easily. So that's why my content is down right now. I know a lot of people are asking. That's why. My content is down because of AB. Simply put, I think Marlena knows, and the demons are haunting her. She could be set free if she comes forward and tells the TBI. When evil entered, I think about that a lot because Marlena has definitely flown under the radar this entire time. And when I think about just how quiet she's been, I can't. And see, this is another thing. I would like to know if Jody Sue had a relationship with Marlena. I'd really like to know that. Because Jody Sue doesn't talk about Marlena. She talks about Marlena's daughter at times. She calls her Jay. But she doesn't ever say anything about Marlena. She's mentioned her several times. It's not a regular thing. Kind of how Jody and Don and Candace have their, like, there wasn't any at all. There wasn't any per se. Like, how do I explain? So Don and Candace never, they blamed everybody, but not Jody. And I feel like Jody is like that with Marlena. Now, I don't know the particulars, of course, but it's just the feeling I got. I couldn't find you. The other channel of yours, the video on it shows me it's from either 2 or 4 months ago. Which one is it on? I'm not sure. I have my backup channel. I have a couple Tiffany Marie channels, but I don't have videos on. You sure it was me? And my other channel is Sassafras. Yeah. What's her last name? I forgot. Luda Crystal. Oh my God, it's right on the tip of my tongue too. No, Luda, that's Crystal's crime time. Oh my God. No. Shit, I forgot what her last name was. Someone in here knows that. Jody Sue only recently came out and admitted she and her kids associated with Allie and her family. Interesting, right, Squire? Cerise said the tree frog down the street. She legit actually looks like a tree frog. Hold on. I believe she saved her daughter from being missing also. I believe she couldn't go through with that, with what was going on the night before. When evil entered, what do you think elaborate on that a little bit. I think that's a great comment. I really, oh, thank you so much, Lulu. Member for 4 months. Hugs to all. Justice for Summer Moon. Amen. I'm going to type your name in a search to see if you were still online. I'll have to check. Okay. Brandy says Dawn was sleeping with everyone. Yes, Spencer. Thank you. You got it. Crystal Spencer. Yeah. That was her name. Yes, she looks like a tree frog. I love Lulu. She's such a sweetheart. I have a weird feeling about Allie's family. Also, Tiffany says Beach Lady. Yeah, I do too. And every time I ever tried to talk about Allie or Leslie or Graham Bun or Sherry, something always got derailed. I actually had 3 streams in a row where I tried to talk about Allie, Leslie, Hunter, all of it. 3 streams in a row, I was completely derailed and thrown completely off. Never been able to get through a single live about Allie. I even got a copyright strike trying to friggin' take care of that one too. Like it's crazy. Yes, Leslie did pass away. Divine timing, a lot of people are passing away that are, have a connection to the Wells family. And that's not to blame the Wells. It's a bit odd. It really is. There was a group of people on the hill the night before, and Marlena said she picked her daughter up because she got sick. Yeah, she went home early, right? Because she was supposed to spend the night again. But you know what's interesting? When Evil entered. So if I go back and I remember the video that Candace uploaded to her TikTok the night before. Hold on. Marlena emailed me not to talk about her daughter because she was a victim also. Oh, God. I think I remember you talking about that. When Evil entered, yeah, I don't ever say her name. She needs to be protected. All those kids need to be protected. All of them. All of the Ben Hill children, whether they played there, slept there, they need to be protected. All children do anyway. Let me see. What did Birdie ask? I'm not going to talk about Jody's deceased brother in here. Let's not do that, okay, guys? Sorry. I don't want to do that. It puts nothing against anybody. It will make the chat. I don't want to discuss deceased relatives of loved ones. It just gives me like a grimy feeling. If you want to do that behind the scenes and stuff, but let's not if you don't mind. As this is just like a boundary I have for my channel. Okay, so it's been said Don's sister and husband were at the Wells the 14th. No. Rhiannon Benson. Another rumor. Can you please elaborate on this new revelation about her having a relationship with Allie? I think it's a bullshit. Jody always said that it was Andy who had a relationship with Allie, that she used to stop by his work. I think it's bullshit, Val. She is a bullshitter. She has news stories every day because Jody's at the point she does not have anything to talk about. But actually the other night, that stream was an important one. That was one that I paid attention to because there was a lot going on, just a lot going on with her. So Marlena was living with the Wells until this happened. I heard that too. when Evil entered that she was staying there. So I do have questions about Marlena. And I feel like it's totally her prerogative. She has a right to stay silent. She doesn't never have to talk to anybody. But listen, as long as people are cooperating with the police, that's all that matters. Who knows? She could be the only normal one who's not utilizing YouTube as, like a form of protection or a way to manipulate like other people are. So it could be either or. She could be shady as fuck, or she could be the normalest one out of all of them. I don't know. Know what I mean? I try not to poison my mind too much. Like, I would rather hear from Marlena. But if she doesn't want to talk, I cannot blame her for that. She has to talk to the police. So I always thought that Marlena used to leave Jay with them. I didn't know she was actually living there. Yeah, she was staying there, Luda, is what was said, that she was staying with them. And Marlena had also said that her daughter, so this is the thing. There was talk about Summer packing bags and having to go away. But you've also got Lips saying that Marlena was trolling everybody. So Lips comes out and says it was all just a troll and nothing Marlena said was true. We're just fucking with all you. And so what do you do in a situation like that? Is Marlena and Lips, were they up to something? And are they up to something now? I don't know. Do you believe they fell out? I mean, probably, But what if it's a game just like she said the other time was? How do you take people seriously when they're like, oh, all that was just smoke and mirrors and we're bullshitting with you and just taking you guys for a ride? Putting out content, talking about, Summer, and it was just all bullshit. So now when we've got a situation like this, how can you take their falling out seriously? I don't trust Lips. So I'm not trying to start anything, but just asking a question. What do you think about the things Lips knows about Marlena and what she recently said in court? What do I think about Lips? What she said about Marlena? Well, firstly, if they are arguing, I think that Lips is a vindictive person. I think that she would probably say anything and everything she possibly could to screw someone over, just for revenge. I don't think that she is an honest, decent person who would do the right thing. So I don't take her seriously. I never have. I've really never taken Lips seriously. So what I think about her and what she said to the judge, I think that there's a lot of embellishing going on. I think that there's a lot of lying going on, because this is why. If they had a falling out, it's just in her to lash out in that way where she's going to lie. Get what I mean? So for me, what Lips said to the judge, first of all, it had nothing to do with what she was there for. Why she brought it up, I have no idea. It felt vindictive. It felt very vindictive, and it felt very, yes, I do think they're both lying. Steffers. I do. To what extent, I don't know, but yes. But I've also, I don't know Marlena. I only know Lips. And I feel like what she did in that courtroom and the things that she was saying were to possibly get Marlena drug into a courtroom, because that's the way people are. when you fall out with people, they will do vindictive things to hurt you. So I look at someone like Lips and say, this is revenge. You know, I watched maybe 5 minutes of her Lips, and that's all I could stand. I'm audio sensitive. If your voice irks me, I won't listen. That's why loaf is a fucking chore. Penny, I had wanted to punch myself in the face last night listening to her. It's rough. It really is, especially when you stop listening to her for a little while and you go back. It's difficult. That was weird, and I haven't seen or heard from Lips since. Yeah. I think she's got a lot happening. For me, Bunny, I don't think we're going to hear those 911 calls for a very long time, if ever. They may be completely sealed off forever. It's okay. So it seems cold to you. So Flora May, I always wanted to hear the calls too, but this is a thing. So we have to think in terms of what's good for Summer. If they were to release the 911 calls and the 911 calls hold something valuable that could help Summer, they have to keep it. It's not cold. It's the right thing to do. So wouldn't more info help? No. Well, no, not more info coming out to us. More info would help if it was heard by the police. So where you've got the police who know what was called in on the 911 calls, that's all you need. I've always said, as long as the police know, that's all that matters. As long as the TBI knows, that's all that matters. We here, they don't owe us anything. Their number one priority is to find Summer. They don't need to give us shit. Would it be nice to hear those calls? Yeah, it would. But I am all for keeping those locked up if they mean something to Summer's case. And I believe they have something to do with something nefarious there. And I think that's why they're holding so tight to them. And I wouldn't, there's nothing in the world that would make me want to hear those 911 calls if it meant Summer would be found and get justice at some point. Keep them for however long they need to. That's fine. The Paul Hour, nor should you. I don't blame you. I honestly do not trust the parents or anyone who has associated with them before or after Summer went missing. You have every right to feel that way. Cerisa, I'll never understand people who are vindictive. All I know is mean people suck. Keep it pushing. Just keep on moving. Don't look back. Why would they not release the 911 calls if they don't think the family is involved is my question. Well, nice stalker, that's a great question. And when I read that, it makes me wonder who made the calls. But they have not said that they don't think that the family's involved. They've never said that. So this is the thing. I have trouble with your comment only because no one's ever made a statement like that. Like, we don't think that the family is involved, you know? That's never been said. Anything we've ever heard is everybody's still a suspect until they find Summer. And I believe that Candace knows something. Even if they were targeted, I believe she may be really afraid. The trailer park you covered creeped me out with so many predators. Yeah, Rihanna, there's a lot of weird, really weird stuff that's gone on around this case. In my opinion, they won't release them because the voice on the other end would surprise us. And there's already so many eyes on that person because she's here all day trying to keep the investigation away from her. Penny, I would say I'll put it at 80% Jody Sue made one of those 911 calls. It might be a far stretch, but I'm pretty positive she may be on one of those calls. But we won't know till we know. See? Does anyone think Candace and Dawn are here listening? No. No, Val, I don't. They're probably like back in the honeymoon phase. Dawn just got out of jail. Yes, of course, Summer had a birth certificate. Yes. Summer has a birth certificate. She was born to Candace and Dawn. Those are her parents. I even still wonder about the phone call CW made to Mary. She did sound, yes, she did. Andy Stoner. That's so crazy. I just actually, I just put that public back up on my channel yesterday. So she did sound very upset. And I wonder if whoever was there that night threatened to hurt her or harm her or others. So she or they changed their story up. Andy Stoner, I've heard that Candace cries when she's drunk. I've heard that that's the way that she acts, but I will agree with you that that was a stellar performance. Like, she deserves a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She should have gone and tried to be an actress. For real. I could never pretend to cry like that. Never. In a million years. I've never fake cried in my life. I don't know how one would pull that off. She was hysterical. But it's been said she cries when she's drunk, so maybe that's why. But I know myself could never do that. I don't know how you fake cry like that. It did feel real, right? I feel the same way. I just heard in the rumor mill she didn't. Glad to know, because that stumps my other theory, thankfully. She didn't what, hon? I don't remember what we were saying. Tell me in like complete sentences, because I move down the chat and then I lose what you said 2 minutes ago. See if she's guilty when drunk. That's a Freudian slip. She knows. That's why I think it's an accident or the cartel. I don't think it's cartel, but what are you saying was a Freudian slip, hon? I thought it was fake after listening a few times. The breathing was off. Penny, I still hear her like hysterical for whatever reason. So weird. So weird. Historical. Yeah, Gigi. That's what Candace Harrer said when she sent the text that Candace let out a historical cry. But I think she meant hysterical. I think that's what Candy Harrer meant by that. I really do. All right, so hold on one sec. Hey, Memphis Mamars. DW seems like he would want to know what's being said about him just from his previous dealings on YouTube. Well, yeah, normally he would be that way, right? I'm not sure what his disposition is right now or what life is like, so I miss these kind of lives. Think Tank at its best. Chat is on fire. Oh, Luda, I'm glad. I like when I can just sit and chill and go through my chat too. I love it. I like talking to you guys. Freudian slip when she gets guilty. Steffers, can you tell me what what was the Freudian slip, please? Because I don't know what you're trying to tell me, hon. Just write out what you mean so that I can. Oh, that call to Don's sister, I think was something turned to nothing. I think it was said to be a joke, a cover up, or something bigger. Well, I'll tell you, their whole entire family believed that he was arrested. So Candace really pulled it off. Okay. She really did. Because I got a phone call that morning and it was a very real situation to them. That was such a weird live with Fizzle and Libby waiting on 423 Chase. What was all BS about? Was any of it real, Fizzle? You talking about on my channel, the one where Chase got in an accident? Is that the one you mean? Or maybe it was a different one. What I understand is they want nothing to do with YouTube and he just wants his family back and to be working. There you go. Time can change people, you guys, you know? Hey, Tina G, what's up? Hey, Tiffany in chat. So glad I got to catch you live. Missed your face. Miss you too. I haven't seen you. I'm sure no matter what happened to Summer, Candace feels guilty. If I was her, I would, even if I didn't know anything. Well, I have not seen guilt. Well, we shouldn't use guilt. I think that you think guilt is the right word. Like, all right, maybe I don't. Okay, so I don't think that Candace feels guilty of anything. But I'm not her, but I don't see that from her. After the Mary phone call. Fizzle says this has been discussed many times, Paula. The bottom line is Chase said that he was going to be doing something, but he didn't. And there was a neighbor. This is how the story went. I'll explain it, Penny. Penny went live on True Crime Commentary. This was a very long time ago. And she was having a storm and she couldn't get her stream to work. And what ended up happening was I was like, I'll go live for you so that you don't have to worry about it. So I set on my stream and there was supposed to be a neighbor who was going to come on because they allegedly saw Don chasing after Candace and another person chasing behind Don down the street. So this is the story. This is what was told to me. And that this neighbor saw this happen. So this neighbor was a witness, basically. That neighbor was supposed to come on Penny's channel because I moved it to mine to help her out. Well, Chase was supposed to be the one going to that neighbor to speak to them, but he said he got into an accident on the way there. So the neighbor never showed up and I had 2,600 people waiting. So that was quite strange. Very strange, actually. I do believe even if they turn everything around, they will not. And also, there was no record of any accident at all. So. And that, I mean, I could put the live up. I don't think it's up right. None of my lives are right now. They'll be up again, but I just need a little time. It'll be taken care of soon. Okay, let's see. I do believe even if they turn everything around, they will never have full custody of their children again. I don't believe that they will either. But what's very interesting is Don and Candace were added to the reward fund, the civil suit, as defendants. And that speaks a lot to me. So they listed Don and Candace on that civil suit. That tells me Don and Candace still have rights to Summer. Because if they didn't, they would not be listed there. Anybody have anything like to comment on that? Is there anybody in here that wants to share their opinions on that, them being added to the civil suit? Because, I mean, a lot of people have their own concerns. My concern is that it's basically telling me they're literally in charge of Summer still. It would not have been added to the civil suit, in my opinion. I'm no attorney, but maybe there's someone in here that could explain it. I don't know what it means, but for them to be added to that because of Summer's, it's Summer's name. That's pretty shocking to me. And it also makes me wonder even more, you know, I think that a lot of us might have been wrong about some things is all. I don't know. Okay, what's going on in chat? Hold on a minute. Let me read here because we don't know if Brad was lying or what, but the lady is deceased now. Yeah, please no. Penny didn't live there. She was not the one driving to go anywhere. It was all Chase, so. Chase was a shady dude, guys. Like, he really was a shady, shady character. I'm not giving her an excuse, just stating who. Who are you not good? I don't know who you mean. Sorry. There's no name, so I don't know who you mean. They will get to see them if doing well, but never full custody. I don't know if they will. I mean, they're gonna grow up eventually, you know. Penny says she was very elderly. Huh? Denise, are you for real? Are you being for real right now? Did she really say that? Is this true, you guys? Before I say it on my live, did she really do this? Was there a Jody, Sue, and Chase connection? I believe so. I think so. Yeah, she's still in contact with him. She was meeting up with him just a couple months ago. She literally told me she was going to meet up with him. Oh, Stuffer said, sorry, I was just saying Candace is a product of her environment and untreated mental illness, not giving her excuse, just stating, oh, I got you. Yeah, so you do have to take those types of things into consideration. They will get to see them if doing well. I read that one. Hold on. What about the man on the bike with the camera on the road the day Summer disappeared? I talked to the wife. She said Ellie had the camera. Yeah, divine timing. We talked about that earlier, like right in the beginning of my stream. But that was probably 2 hours ago. I think they were added just to cover all the bases to keep the shit show from getting worse. Paula Auer says, I was there for it and it was weird. I was asking if it was real or all BS. It is relevant because she was just talking about the phone call to Mary and it all surrounded that. Yeah, Paula Auer. So that was pretty much what started it all, right? So it makes sense that your mind would go there. It is what started everything. Because that night, the night that all of this happened, allegedly that neighbor said she saw Don chasing after Candace and another person chasing after Don down the road. So everybody kind of wanted to know who that was, Paula, the only thing real interesting there is Linda said the lady's granddaughter was Leslie Hill's daughter, and now Leslie is dead too. You know what is also weird? How do I say this? Hold on. Fuck. How am I going to say this? Let me think. There is a connection, in my opinion, with Linda and Chase through a family member. Does that make sense? In fact, they're just a stone throw away, like 50 steps. And she was who? The babysitter for Tucker Drywall. And where did Chase pop up? The Meadows, to show everybody a video. Stay woke. Can you please let me back in Discord? Nope, I will not. Thank you. Have a great day. I'm not taking anybody back that I've seen doing the things you guys have been doing. Absolutely not. I wish you the best, okay? But please don't come back in here. I don't deserve to be treated the way that you treated me. Thank you very much. Just go your own way. Go over there, okay? Go over there with the hateful group and stay with them. I don't want that here. I don't want people like that around me. Trying to be as nice as possible. I don't want you here. I don't want you in my Discord, okay? It's not and let me make it clear. I'll take whoever I want out of my Discord. It's not a right to be in my Discord. And just because you're a member doesn't mean you are granted full access at any time you want. I can choose who I want to let in and who I want out. Yeah, no. Things are going to be changing, so there won't be any, I'm going to go fuck around and find out, and then I'm going to come back and apologize. And please let me, no. You found your tribe, girl. Go chill with them, please. The fuck? People cannot just be normal. I don't get it. These people have so much nerve. Talk all this shit and then come in my chat and say, can you please let me back in your Discord? How about fucking no? Listen to that live again, Tiffany. I found it telling. Which one, Paula? The one you were just talking about? The one with me and Penny and Libby? I mean, I could listen to it over, but what happened to Savage? She went to visit or stay with 423. I'd love to know what she found out. Huh? No, she didn't. Savage didn't go stay with him. Oh, you're talking about Lizzie Savage? I have no idea, hon. I don't know their personal friendship. I don't know I don't know anything about that. Maybe someone else does, but I don't. I have not seen Lizzie around in a really long time. Let's see. Linda's post-it note. Yeah. And as a creator, she's coffee, crayons, and crimes. Yeah. Yeah. Right, Rhiannon? Like, take a fucking hint. I already told her no in an email. I legit just answered Kathy. Let me tell you what I said to her. Her name's not Kathy. Her name was allegedly Tiffany. Listen, don't even get me started. So this is what, you know what? Hold up. Let me tell you, because I answered her last night and I specifically straight up told her, my Discord won't be the proper fit for you. Not after what I have seen come from you, written by you about me. My Discord isn't open to you or available to you any longer. Take care. Please don't contact me again. And she's in here asking to come back in. Fuck off. Fizzle. She went back to Cali when the spot got hot. She's on YouTube. No, Penny, I know who the anonymous person is, and I'm gonna tell you because they actually hold on. I'm gonna text you right now. Check your text. It's not Lizzie. And I have proof of it. I'll send it to you. I just got to find it. Give me like a little bit. Benny has it. I sent it to him. Linda also has a fuck ton of troll names. We saw them when we had our screen share on event. Yes, we do. Do you want to know what all the names are? There's got to be. Damn, Linda's got more troll accounts than anybody I know. I think she's got to be like the troll of the Summer Wells community. I didn't realize Linda was a troll. I made her open up her phone on a screen share on a phone call. And I told her to open up her YouTube. I said, go click on that. Click on that little arrow. She opened it up. All these troll accounts popped. There must have been 12 of them. I'm like, okay, all set. Thanks. You guys have no idea the craziness that happens. Like, it's insane. Can you share with the class? What, Nana? Share what with the class? My mom said you have to share. What am I sharing? I already forgot. Tell us all. I already forgot. See, I'm toast today. Did you say? Yeah. No, I was the queen bitch of that call. Linda probably thought I was crazy. Listen, that was wild. We have a screen recording. Yeah. Oh my God, I never felt so crazy on a phone call. There's many anonymous profiles out. Oh, I was talking harsh reality, and the original one was sending him all kinds of Saint Chase propaganda. Oh, really? I don't know. Who the heck is Linda? Linda is the woman responsible for telling everybody that Don left work at 3:30. Do you guys remember when the woman who babysat for all the Tucker employees came around and said that she was the babysitter and that Don left work to go to lunch? That's her. And then we found out it was a lie. Yeah. You were so calm. It was scary. Oh my God. Yeah. It's not really good when I'm calm on situations like that. I don't think I was calm. I think I bugged out a couple times, didn't I? I don't know. Oh my God. To be on a fly on the wall of that conversation. You guys want the dirt on me? You're going to have to go to Penny. Oh my God. Linda, who sent you and all your troll accounts? Is it that serious to you? Hey, listen, Andy Stoner, I was pretty surprised. I was like, damn. You know, I mean, she's an older woman. Like, I didn't think she had all those troll accounts hanging out, but when she opened up that YouTube, I was like, damn. I have alts and stuff like I've got like 4 Tiffany Marie alts. I've got my sassafras. I have a backup sassafras. I have my, I went up on White Boy Lockdown Radios with one. That's one of my alts, my High by the Beach. Then I have, trying to think. I've got like probably like 4, 5, 6, like 5 of them are my own name, like multiples of my own name. So I can chat places when I get blocked. And then I have 3 alts. This lady was like balls to the wall, fucking troll accounts up the yin yang. Benny says, LOL, listen, Linda. Salty, I hope you feel better, hon. Guys, prayers for Salty. She's been not feeling good. She's been sick. She was really down for the count the other day. I know she's on the mend, but help her out a little bit to feel better. You're cleaning and listening? Benny's cleaning today. So guys, what do you think about, and I truly like, this is really all I want to cover right now because there's a bunch of stuff that we're going to talk about later. But what do you guys think about the statement, this one here? Let me play it one more time. Like, tell me your final thoughts on it. Tell me what you feel about it because I want to know your feedback. And then I'm going to leave here and I don't know what time. Yeah, tonight. We're going to live here. If for some reason my computer fucks up again, we'll just do it on Benny. It doesn't really matter. Here or there doesn't matter to me. It truly doesn't matter where I go. Hey, Harley, yeah. Hey, Kira. I can't wait for y'all to do live together. Yeah, I think it'll be good because there's some really important stuff and I'm like sitting here trying to filter myself so that I don't talk about any of it right now. It's been like so hard to not bring any of the stuff up that I want to talk about. It sucks. Hold on a minute. Trying to find something really quick. I like when my lives are like this where I can like read my chat, look for things if I need to. It's not crazy. All right, I think it's right here. I'm going to save this for later. What time tonight? I don't know. Between maybe 6 and 9. We'll say between 6 and 9, probably like 6, 7, 8, 9 around then maybe. I don't know. Don't ask me. I never am good at making plans. I just fly by. I fly by my wig, you know? Hey, CP. Aw. Harley, you like that? I hope it's early. I'm old. I fall asleep. Yeah, no, it won't be too late, hon. It's all good. All right, so I'm going to play this one part one more time. It's 10 seconds. Take this link, you guys. This is a first presser, okay? So here, the first 10 seconds. This was the first thing she ever said. I never picked up on the changing of words. She did a really great job concealing it. I will say that. Like, she did a great job switching right over. But I feel like something lies beneath that. And I don't know. I want to know, like, too, on the replay. If anybody's watching on the replay, let me know what you think. Penny, I've seen you snatch your hair. Must be a sew-in because it didn't come off. Yeah. It takes me like 30 minutes to wash and condition my hair. And thank God I don't have a wig. And you know what's fucked up? Like, there are people that actually need to wear wigs, and the people who say things like that don't even think about the people in their chat that might need to wear one. It's really cruel. It really is. And, you know, I'd be afraid to ever say something like that because, I don't know, these people don't believe in the law of attraction at all. I do. But yeah, no, I could pull my hair real hard. It won't come out. All right, let's go. 10 seconds, and then I'm going to end it.
A statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County.
Just that one sentence, it tells me she was in the 100 block. Do you know how long of a stretch that is? That puts Summer pretty much anywhere on Ben Hill Road, right in that section, all the way up the road. The 100 block. It was not at 110. It was the 100 block. I'm bothered by the statement. Sorry, I'm just realizing it now. I've listened to it. I've said it. I've repeated it over and over. But last night it hit me wrong. It just totally hit me wrong. That's what I feel too, Luda. Luda says it tells me Summer wasn't on 110 when last seen. I feel the same way. Now, she's not saying that directly, right? She's not straight up saying Summer was not there, okay? But what she is saying is she was somewhere in the 100 block, meaning if your house is 100, 105, 110, 120, 130, 190, that's the 100 block. So, yeah. Like last night, it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was listening to it, and I was thinking, you know what? I can't believe that I did not, like, it stunned me a little bit. Because the more and maybe I'm being too picky about it. I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think. I want to know. Truly, that's why I came live, because I want your opinion on it. And I want you guys to give your opinions. Penny. Oh my God. I actually pulled Tiffany's hair myself when we were in Tennessee 2 weeks ago. It was me she was shacked up with, not Benny. Left my ass off. Penny, you're funny. You make me laugh. That was a good one. That was a good one. Gosh. Can you pull it up on the map? Maybe it would help others to understand what you're saying. Lil G, I can't pull it up on the map because I'm when we're coming back later, and I can totally pull up a map later on. Listen. So the 100 block is the neighborhood, basically, a huge portion of the neighborhood, the 100 block. So if people live in cities are probably more familiar. All right. Usually in the country, they don't refer to it as a block for the most part. So when they say she was last seen in the 100 block, that just tells me or makes me feel that Summer was not at 110, because if she was at 110, it wouldn't be the 100 block. It would be Summer was last seen at her home on 110 Ben Hill Road. But that's not what they said. It's the 100 block, which expands the area of where she would be, to me. Just my opinion. That's all. And literally it's one sentence, you know, that actually might mean a whole lot more than I originally thought. And I think it does. That's all. But anyway, I'll be back later tonight, and make sure you guys stop by if you can. If you're not busy, I'm gonna go do what I have to do. I have some errands to run, and I'll be back in like 6 hours or so. I appreciate all you guys for coming in. We'll see you soon. Oh, leave comments underneath, because I really do want to know your opinion. Oh, also, don't forget, if you want to make a Christmas tree for summer, Dazed and Confused is taking pictures and compiling all of the Christmas trees for summer. I think that that's a great way to put out positive energy for her. And I think that it would be very powerful to have everybody making little Christmas trees. You can get little Christmas trees at the grocery store right outside the door for like $10. And you can also get purple lights and purple ornaments probably at Dollar Tree for super cheap. I mean, if you can afford it or whatever, it would be a beautiful way to honor her at Christmas this year. This is going to be Summer's second Christmas missing. And it's also going to be the second birthday that she's missing as well. So see you back here in a little bit. Everybody have a good rest of your afternoon. Okay, bye.